Hello, everybody! Welcome once again. I'm the Epic Party Guy, and this is Tabletop Simulator. I'm joined today by Sir Ratboy and Michael Dorsey 653. Say hello, boys!
We still
Hey,
not
how you
might not.
doing?
What's up? We still might not be able to play this.
What? Really? After all this time, now you come? Okay. This is the House of Danger. So, Ratboy, why don't
It's
you,
currently being a pain
great. Why don't you,
because
walk us through
the
the rules?
the way it is supposed to work is there are 5 chapters of this game. Not very many people you make it to the first one. This deck
Okay.
right here is supposed to have the story cards in it, but currently when I search it, uh, they're all doing that same thing where they're all messed up. So we may not be able to play the House of Danger because the cards don't want to load.
Okay. Well,
And the
well,
cards that we need are two-sided.
okay. Well, that'll be your call, I guess. Yeah, and you
I mean,
definitely have an echo.
it's
Do
me.
you? Yeah. Do you have an actual copy of the game? I think Sharon did, though. I know, or no, I know Colin does. I think, but we don't know anyone else. I think with one.
I do.
Oh, you
Uh,
do?
yeah, I don't have a copy of it. I've been trying to find one, but I don't. The
Oh
other
shit.
person I know that has a copy of this is James and Dustin. But like
What?
these cards right here are supposed to you're supposed to be able to read them one card at a time, and that's what I'm not understanding because the cards ain't loading.
They're fine for me. I see two different sides.
Yeah, I'm seeing a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4 in the top right. Are those the page numbers?
Well,
Nope.
each it's scene number. Each one is supposed to. It's done by one by one by one. They're supposed to be in order. You read number one and then the back side, so on and so forth, and then
Yeah,
it
they
tells
flip
you to
over
go.
to other shit and tell you shit.
I'm saying from me, what I'm looking at, I can't see them.
Gotcha. That's weird.
Maybe
Maybe someone else. No, you're in charge, so you should be able to see them. Why do we see them and you don't?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure
Yeah.
out.
I
Make
mean,
someone else leader or host first, or I guess for a second, and see if it changes it.
there we go. I'm definitely Team Joker. Okay. I mean, do you want me to read this out?
Uh, let me. Yeah, I can't see it. So one of you guys who can see it are going to have to read it.
Okay.
So move these up out of the way. I don't know if it's really going to work. It works
Mhm.
better if you do a right click and search, and then go down to which I believe 31 is the first card. It should say number one on it.
No. Search says nope. Chapter 1 goal achieved. So, okay, let's just take the first one off.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything on the back of this? Nope.
No, that should just be the face card.
Okay. Okay. So, so basically, we're reading out the story from this, and then what?
Uh huh.
Can you walk us through like a turn?
Yes, it can. So you will read the cards front and back,
Okay.
and as you go through, there will be cues that'll come up. It'll be like, oh, you approached a gate. Do you want to go to the left or do you want to go to the right? And it'll say if you want to go to the right, go to card 62 or 27. And then you go to card 27 and you read card 27
Mm-hmm.
and basically do the same thing. You read the scene on there, flip it over the back, read the scene on the back, and it may say, do you want to investigate something, or do you want to open a coffin, or do you want to open a window? And then it does the same thing. If you want to go here, go to card whatever. If you want to go to here, go to this card. And some of the cards will have different things that happen. Like
Okay.
you might get attacked by something, which then requires us to roll this die that we have right
All right. Oh, I see. This is listed.
here.
Discard pile. Discard pile. All right.
And these two cards right here, the starter kit, this is our items that we start with.
Okay.
We start with a pocket knife and a bottle of water.
Okay.
And that's the gist of it. I mean, besides like different things happen, you have to go through the book to see how you do them. Like
Okay.
the danger meter, which is right there in the center.
Mm-hmm.
It represents your precarious state. As danger rises, you are less capable of meeting the perils of your adventure. The number on the danger meter indicates the current difficulty of any challenges you face. If you are instructed to raise or lower on the danger meter, move the danger mover up and down the indicated number of spaces. If the danger mover reaches the space at the top of the danger meter, by exact count or more, you must stop and take a penalty. Move the psychic mover back 2 spaces on the psychic scale, then reset the danger meter to the third
To the
yeah, the
starting
third space.
level.
Yeah, yeah, to the third space on the
Okay.
danger meter. You'll begin your next story card or the challenge with the danger mover on the third space.
Okay.
And then there's challenges. Some cards present challenges. You must undertake required challenges, but you choose whether to take an optional challenge. To perform a challenge, you roll a die. To win the challenge, you must roll a number equal to or greater than the number marked by the danger mover on the danger meter. If your roll is less, then you.
Okay.
For example, if the danger mover is on a 3 space on the danger meter and you roll a 3, 4, 5, or 6, you win the challenge. If you roll a 1 or a 2, you lose. Some items can help win challenges by
Okay.
boosting your die roll.
But nat ones are
Item,
nat ones.
yeah.
Okay.
Warning: if you roll a 1 on any challenge, you lose automatically,
That's a nat
even if
one.
you're using yes, even if you're using a challenge booster.
Mm-hmm.
The challenge boosters, there are different items that help you with different things, uh, which can add to your die roll during a challenge. Items that are challenge boosters show 1 or 2 and feature an icon showing what type of challenge they can boost. Purple is climbing, green is fighting, orange is dex, blue is
I,
perception, and red is strength. You may use only one challenge booster in a challenge before you roll. Place the item you want to use in the challenge booster slot on the game board. After you roll the challenge, add the number of your challenge booster to your die roll to determine the final outcome. After the challenge, return the challenge booster to your inventory. And again, warning: roll on while using a challenge booster, you'll lose the challenge booster.
okay.
Let's see. The challenge booster items go on the bottom. The At the very bottom, you will see what it actually does. It's if it's green, it's for one if it's red, so on and so forth. Then you have the psychic scale. The psychic scale represents the level of your extrasensory powers throughout the game. Actions you take during your adventure will raise or lower your psychic scale level. Higher levels will yield beneficial rewards. The Nightmare Premonitions. The nightmare you studied at the beginning of the game is one example of the psychic impressions you can receive. If your level on the psychic scale is high enough, you may be rewarded with premonitions. Premonitions are images that warn of dangers ahead. Keep premonitions in your inventory. You can examine them as often as you like. Finishing a chapter and story returns. When you reach a story card indicating that you achieved your goal, you may move on to the next chapter. Keep any item to maintain your current position on the danger meter and psychic scale. Return to your current story card deck and clues deck to the game box. Take out the card set for the next chapter. If you're planning to play,
Yeah, because your hand's blocking the text.
that's because I'm reading it. If you hit the Alt button, it will bring it up so you can read it like big.
Okay. That's neat. That's useful.
Yeah. If you're planning to play the next chapter another time, place your inventory or items in the storage bag and make note of your danger meter and psychic scale position. At key places in the story, special story returns lets you go back in the current chapter to pursue alternative experiences. This might result in new items to add to your inventory, but every choice you make comes with a risk. You might climb up the danger meter or fall down the psychic scale if you choose to go back in the story. Two rules apply. Cards you have already seen, cards that have been discarded, and clues in your inventory cannot be added to your inventory again, and cannot lower the danger meter or move you forward on the psychic scale. You must make it back to the story card with your chapter goal in order to continue to the next chapter.
Cool. And get to the end of chapter 5, and you win the game. Maybe.
Yes.
You conclude the
if
game.
You can get, yeah, if you can get to chapter 5.
Yeah. Yeah, but as you've already told me, this is pretty much the Dark Souls version of Arkham Horror.
Yes. It I find this game to be extremely fun,
Okay.
especially when you're playing with a group of people. Because everybody gets together and you're all thinking, and
Mhm.
everybody is making an agreement on what you're doing.
Okay.
It's a 100% co-op, basically horror movie, but game.
All right. So, Mike, you ready?
Yeah, I'm pretty much ready. I missed a
All right.
lot of that, to be honest, because I have a lot of noise in the background.
Gotcha. We'll go over it as need be. So, do
Gotcha.
y'all want me to read the story card here?
I can't because I can't see the card.
I got it. So, The Grounds, Chapter 1. It's a Tuesday morning in late June, and you wake up in a cold sweat. The nightmares came again last night. Even though you are an aspiring detective and a psychic investigator, you haven't been able to make sense of the haunting dreams you've had these past few weeks. In your dreams, you keep seeing the same spooky house. You're still shivering under the covers when you hear the phone ring downstairs in your basement. Continued on back. That's not it. Pull off the card. And then flip. Where you have your combination office and research laboratory. You dash down to the lab to answer it. I need, a weak voice says as you pick up the receiver. I need your help. You hear a loud click and the line goes dead. But you were prepared. While the caller was talking, you activated your high-speed telephone tracing device. When was this written?
It's old.
It instantly displays the caller's number, 555-7259. You call the number back right away, but there's no answer. After consulting the tall stack of reverse phone... Okay, the fact that it's referencing actual Dead Tree phone books says it's a couple decades old. After consulting a tall stack of reverse phone books behind your desk, you are disappointed to learn the number is unlisted. You sense that the phone call is somehow related to your nightmares. Later, while at the Hedgebrook police station, you return a nightscope you borrowed for a recent stakeout. Oh, to return a nightscope, whatever. You describe the mysterious phone call and your recurring dreams to your friend, Sergeant Morrison. That call does sound strange, he says. We'll look into it. And about that house in your dreams, a voice says from the hallway. I wonder if you're dreaming about the Marsden house out of Hedgebrook Road. Why, thank you, voice of plot. Detective Murphy sticks his mustached face into the room. Modern house, ornate gate. That sounds like the Marsden place, all right, says Sergeant Morrison, picking it out of the thousands of other of all houses in the city. Strange things are reported to happen out there. Detective Murphy takes a puff on his pipe. That place is haunted, he says. I know it sounds unprofessional, but I've had a file on the Marsden house for years, and I'm sure of it. He waves a folder in front of your eyes, and a phone number written on the front jumps out at you. It matches the one from your mysterious phone call. Ah! Continued on back. Not in the goal slot. God damn it. Flip. So the call is related to your nightmares. Your psychic sense was right. Draw clue 26 to discover your goal. Where is it? This one? 20. Nope. 26. Okay. Current Chapter 1 goal. Get inside the Marsden house. Okay. Back at home, you grab a bottle of water and your trusty pocket knife. Okay, and your trusty pocket knife, preparing for a new investigation. Half an hour later, you stand before the Marsden residence, which appears exactly as it did in your nightmares. The house's futuristic look is a strange contrast to the antiquated appearance of the stone wall and the wrought iron gate, which is locked shut and wrapped in steel chains. Even though the air is balmy, a chill travels down your spine. The gathering clouds on the horizon hint at a brewing summer thunderstorm like we just had. If you search the wall for a way in, go to story card 13. If you climb the gate, go to story card 7. So what do y'all think?
Why not climb the gate? Fuck it.
What do you think, Rat Boy? Rat Boy, you there?
Sorry, I turned my button off. I'm fine with climbing the gate.
All right, climbing the gate it is. Not clue 7, but
No, story card 7.
yeah. So what's it? Go to here, right click, search. I'm looking for the... Because, see, the numbers are in reverse order here.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 7. Okay. Not that button. There we go. You pull yourself over the rusting gate and land with a crunch on the gravel driveway leaning towards the house. Break your neck. Start the game over.
That was a quick end.
But before you can survey your surroundings, you hear a guttural sound coming from your left. It's the Hound of Baskervilles tears at your throat. Start over. You encounter a shadowy, hunched-over figure emerging from the darkened doorway of a decrepit gatehouse. You can barely make out eyes and white fangs dripping with saliva. The figure crouches as if to spring forward at any moment. There? Suddenly, the creature lunges at you, snarling. You spot a guardhouse not far away. If you can get past the creature, you might be able to hide there. Or perhaps you should just turn and flee up the driveway toward the main house. Flip. Optional creature challenge. Fight the creature. I say do it.
Anyone want to do it?
So it's fight the creature,
Mm-hmm.
guard shack, or run towards the house.
No, it's fight the creature and either guardhouse or driveway.
But we have to fight the creature regardless.
No, it's an optional challenge.
Ow, ow.
Fight the creature and go to the guardhouse.
Well, first decision, do we fight the creature? I say do
I
it.
don't think we should fight the creature. I don't know if we should fight the creature.
I'm gonna go with Andy. He's played this game before.
Hey. I mean,
But
we
the
have a
issue is-
wait a minute. We have a +1 to fighting.
Yeah.
So,
The-
and with the current danger level of 3, that means that we can only fail on a natural 1.
Yeah, I guess.
Basically, yeah.
Who wants to
If-
roll then?
If we use
If we
But the card gets used up if we use it, don't it?
nope,
no,
nope.
All
They
we roll a 1.
Gotcha.
If we roll a 1, we lose it. But if we don't, we're fine.
I'd say we roll.
there we go. See, that's a roll.
7 is way dead. Man, that is one hush puppy.
Yup. All right, so we get clue 10. Search. Clue 10. It's probably unwise to engage such a savage beast in combat, but danger is your middle name. You land a few quick jabs on the creature before it can react, and then you throw it to the ground. You stand there for a moment, your confidence high. Then the creature leaps to its feet and rushes you. You manage to win round 1, but you're in no hurry to start round 2, so you race for the shadows beside a big boulder before the creature can get its hands on you. It's got hands?
I guess.
Go to clue 25. Search. High-powered binoculars. You find a pair of binoculars in the shadows, next to the mutilated corpse of the previous stalker who was using them. With the creature on the loose, you can't hide here forever, so you run to the guardhouse. Keep this item, and go to story card 19. Okay, so I'll put it over here. Sure. Story card 19, which is, here we go. Yeah, put that in the discard pile. So, story card 19 is, you were lucky to escape the creature, but you know it's still out there, somewhere. You run into the old guardhouse, which is a small room with several TV monitors flashing black and white images of various places on the estate grounds. Some monitors are broken, and shards of glass are scattered across the desk and the wood floors. A hefty book titled History of Northwind County is lying on the desk. Curious, you look up the name Marsden Henry in the index. Sure enough, it references an entry on page 93. Your heart races as you turn there to read this bio. Henry Marsden, born 1839, died 1887. General in the Union Army during the war. Severely wounded at the Battle of Shiloh in 1862. Appointed warden of Hedgebrook Prison in 1880. Rumored to have been killed in the prison riot fire of 1887. Continued on back. F. So, not a popular guy, you think. The desk has 3 drawers. Maybe there's something useful inside. A wooden ladder leads up to a hatch in the roof. Through a window filled with cobwebs, you see an open field that leads to the manor's front door. You consider what to do next.
So what are our options?
Optional challenge: search the desk drawers. I say we'd search the desk drawers, and then and use the binoculars in there, because just pulling open the drawer, looking at it with the binoculars, just hilariously ridiculous to me.
Sounds like some Marx Brothers stuff.
Yeah. Looking through some drawers with a pair of binoculars.
Okay,
Who wants to roll?
I'll do it this time. Where'd the dice go? What you do with the die?
It's on the center
Oh, I see
of
it.
the board.
Come on, don't lose me the binoculars. No binoculars lost.
But we didn't win.
What? Yeah, we won.
No, we used it. We used the binoculars.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah. I had it there. So, draw clue 4. Oh, shit.
That was not clue 4.
That was a mistake. Oh, jeez. I swear this thing has a learning curve of a brick wall. Alright, chapter 1, clue 4.
Brick walls are pretty easy to learn, though. You hit them, they hurt you.
Moving on, we find a battery in a drawer. It could power a flashlight, or a taser, or who knows what else. Keep this item. Finish story card 19. Keep this item. So, story card 19. If you climb the ladder to the hatch in the roof, go to story card 27. If you crawl through the window and run for the front door of the house, go to story card 3. No, the creature's still out there.
Yeah, we go to the hatch.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike?
The hatch, sure.
'Kay.
There's a hatch in the grounds.
It's in the ceiling.
Oh, the ceiling above the guardhouse or whatever.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Is it connected to the main house?
We don't know.
Oh, okay, why not?
Okay. Well, because it's either go up the ladder to the top of the guardhouse, or go out into the open field where there's a vicious creature out there. Oh,
Yeah,
thanks
we
for the
already
dice tower.
attacked it once.
Yeah, it ain't happy with us. So, chapter 1. You scramble up the ladder, through the hatch, and onto the guardhouse's decaying tile roof. The tiles give way, you crack your neck. It seems to be on the verge of collapsing, but you find a spot where you are reasonably sure won't cave in when you put your weight on it. Across the dangerously unstable roof from where you crouch uneasily, you can see a pile of construction materials, probably left over by contractors working on the roof. Among the materials, a first aid kit, but navigating the length of the roof to reach it will be perilous. One wrong step, and you could stumble off the roof into a ditch you see below. Near you is a thick vine that you could climb down to reach the courtyard, and not too far from you is a long board someone has laid between the roof and a nearby greenhouse, which seems to be sturdier than the guardhouse. Optional challenge: get to the first aid kit. But we don't have a booster that would help with this. So, do we want to give it a shot and have it be a 2/3 chance?
I don't know if I'd want to risk.
I mean, if we lose,
Right now is the best time to risk it, but I don't know.
yeah. But here, if we lose, it's raise the danger meter by 2 and trigger a cutscene, a story card. So I don't know. I'm fairly sure that's you fall to the ground and crack your neck.
Or we get eaten by the monster.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
So I'm thinking we go to the greenhouse.
All right. Let's go to the greenhouse. Story card 29. Hang on. Just giving a peek in the. Okay. A little bit of cheating. That was cheating, wasn't it? But whatever. 29. After crossing the precarious board, you find yourself at one end of a walkway that spans the length of the greenhouse roof. From here, you can see most of the mansion's vast grounds, which are a little out of place amid the surrounding suburban neighborhood. The air is full of mosquitoes and other buzzing insects. The clouds you saw on the horizon earlier seem to be closer now. You see that there's an open access door in the roof that would allow you to descend into the greenhouse. You can also drop down onto a path, which appears to lead to the side of the mansion itself. If you wriggle through the access door and enter the greenhouse, go to story card 2. If you drop into the path and run to the side of the house, go to story card 20.
Going to the greenhouse, maybe. I don't know. This is the house of danger. There may be, an Aldrey in there.
You never know.
What do you think, Rat Boy?
I think we could check it out. I mean, go inside. I mean, we're here already. So.
All right.
Sure.
I mean, before going into the house, might as well check all of the outside.
Yes, uncover all the plot.
Lore!
In one heroic move, you jump into the opening of the roof access door and land on your feet inside the greenhouse, ninja-like. You take a deep breath, ninja-like. You collect yourself, ninja-like.
Ninja-like.
You assess the situation like a ninja. The botanical specimens in this greenhouse are unlike anything you've ever seen. Glossy pink bulbs 7 feet across sit atop yellow vines that spread horizontally for 20 feet. One plant with sharp spikes is actually see-through. Suddenly you hear a rustling sound. You look in the corner of the room and see a dark green cluster of vertical vines twitching and shaking. I might not be alone, you think. Through the wall of the greenhouse, you spot a commotion of some kind on top of a gazebo just beyond the trees, about 40 feet away. You need to think fast. If you check out the writhing vines, go to story card 25. If you dash outside to explore the commotion on the gazebo, go to story card 19.
Vines?
Yeah, I'm with the vines. Mike?
Vines. We're trying to get rid of the vines, right? Or are we climbing across the vines?
We're checking out the we're checking out the epileptic vines.
Gotcha.
As soon as you take a step toward the vines, one of them lashes out and wraps around your neck. Then another whips around your waist. More and more vines spring out at you. This isn't really happening, you think. The vines are moving all around you, spinning you into a cocoon. You struggle to break free of them, but they only tighten their grip on you. This can't be real! Eventually, you can't breathe. Everything seems to turn a deep green. Then you see a bright white light. And then you no longer exist.
I
The
didn't know Mother
end.
Nature had such a tying up kink.
The end. Move back one space on the psychic scale and return to story 2.
So we died once, guys. We suck.
I thought we died twice, technically.
This
Yeah.
is twice. No, this is the first time we died.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's instead check out the gazebo.
Okay.
I mean, we're still further back on the psychic scale, but
We might still be dead.
maybe. Shoot, which one was it? There we go. 9. 9. Okay, you sprint to the gazebo, practically pushed along by the winds that are picking up. A light sprinkling of rain spatters the ground as you run. You make it to the shelter of the structure, and the mayhem occurring above you on the roof increases in intensity. Who is up there, and what are they doing, you wonder? It's Eric on the gazebo, trying to avenge his paladin. Please tell me you guys get that reference.
No.
Damn it! Go look up Eric in the gazebo when we're done here. Premonition.
There's
Okay. Premonition. If you are level 2 or higher on the psychic scale, we are because. Oh no! Okay, so we need to be like 6 to 10 on here, not 1 to 5 to be level
Yes.
2. Okay. Alright. So, top of the gazebo or run to the driveway?
Driveway.
I think gazebo. What do you think, Mike?
Gazebo.
I was outvoted. Gazebo.
Okay. Well, we're not. We don't die immediately.
That we know of.
That we know of, yes. You stand at the gazebo's railing, steadying yourself by gripping an ornate post, holding up the roof. The rumbling above sounds and feels frightening. What are you getting yourself into? Reluctant to barge into the middle of the situation, you raise yourself just enough for a peek and discover that there is no one on the gazebo roof. The commotion is actually a large satellite dish, broken into 3 pieces. The big, jagged fragments are still connected to the base by wires, and the violent winds are spinning them in a circle with great force. Flailing wildly like an angry octopus, the satellite dish almost hits you in the face. You might be able to grab a piece zooming by. Why? Required challenge. Okay. Attempt to grab a piece of the satellite dish.
So this is something
Um,
we have to do.
Yes. And we do
Okay.
not have we don't have a
Agility.
challenge booster that'll help with this. So,
Okay.
Rat Boy, you haven't rolled the dice yet? Go ahead.
Alrighty.
Oh, pardon me. Sir Rat Boy. 3, we do it. Clue
Barely.
22. Clue 22 of the grounds. You hold on to the top of the gazebo with one hand and time your lunge perfectly. You snag a chunk of the whirling satellite dish. The piece appears to be made by hand. An engraving on it reads Planet of Crystals. Draw clue 7. Ah. Satellite dish. Your psychic senses tell you this is an important item. You look to your left and see a path to a driveway that might be to the front of the house. You jump off the gazebo and run to check it out. Keep this item. Move forward 1 space on the psychic scale. Go to story card 30. Thank you. You appear in the driveway, which leads you to the mansion's entrance. On the door is a plaque that reads Marsden and a large crystal door knocker, which seems newer than everything else on the front of the building. You knock loudly, many times, but there is no answer. The storm is really picking up now. You try the doorknob and are surprised to find that the door is unlocked. You've been lucky enough so far, not really, but you wonder if you've missed something. Before you enter the house, you look back. You can see a few clear paths. One leads towards a statuary, another to a small cemetery. 2 more paths stretch out towards a watery ditch with a gate and the house's luxurious pool. You could go back to explore if you want. So, I definitely suggest that we go back and check out a few things.
Okay.
Just
What would you like to go check out?
Oh, all of these say to raise the danger meter. Ugh.
Because they're all dangerous.
What do you think, Mike?
shits. What was the options again?
Um, do we want to continue on to chapter 2, or do we want to make things a little more dangerous but potentially get more inventory items?
I don't know. What do we want to do as a group? I'm always down with being prepared for the next shit.
Okay. What do you think, Rat Boy?
I kind of just want to go in the house, kind of.
All right. Let me.
But at the same time, I want to go to the cemetery.
All right. So, Evens, we go to the cemetery. Odds, we go to chapter 2. All right?
Alright,
Alright.
fine.
Evens. Cemetery it is.
Alrighty.
So, raise the danger meter by 2. And go to story card 21. However, first, I remember seeing this. Bottle of water. Discard at any time to lower the danger meter by 3. Do y'all want to do that now?
I mean, that might be useful.
Alright. So, cemetery. Story card 21. Passing between a pair of stone angels, both standing like this, covering their face, weeping into their hands. Y'all don't get it. God damn it. You enter an old family cemetery. There's a marble mausoleum in the center of the cemetery. A short set of stairs leads into its shadowy interior. Next to where you stand, a freshly dug grave yawns in the pale sunlight. It's unsettling to think of climbing into it, but you see something shiny embedded in the dirt walls. Ooh, shiny! If you enter the mausoleum, go to story card 5. If you climb into the open grave, go to story card 16.
Uh, I personally would just rather go to the mausoleum than try and climb the grave.
Mike, do you want the shiny? Or do you want
I
what's in the mausoleum?
I think I want to check the mausoleum.
Okay, I'm outvoted. What?
I mean, if Buffy's taught me
Oh.
anything, there's some spicy stuff that goes on in mausoleums.
I've done some spicy stuff in mausoleums.
I have not, but you know, I've seen it in Buffy and Wednesday. Dude, man, broke out a whole projector and shit.
The mausoleum interior feels musty and cool. Something is dripping from the ceiling and landing in the corner with a plink, which is odd, given that it hasn't started raining yet. You also notice the mausoleum is bigger on the inside than the outside suggested. A stone sarcophagus lies before you in the center of the chamber, with the word Marsden written into it. It appears others have been in the mausoleum recently. There's a freshly dug pit to the side of the sarcophagus, and an elaborate tunnel has been dug into the ground beside the nearby wall. You can see that the tunnel is lined with cement. Optional challenge. Search around the sarcophagus. Yeah, definitely do that. Optional challenge. Remove the stone lid of the sarcophagus. Maybe. But definitely searching around, because we have this booster here.
Yes.
I'll do it. And we're good.
Good.
Draw clue 23. Search. Yeah. Large wooden dowel. You find a large wooden dowel. Your psychic senses tell you this is an important item. Keep this item. Move forward 1 space on the psychic scale. Finish story card 5. Oh, muscle or strength +2.
We don't
That's useful
have
because
any muscle.
yes, we do.
Oh, that's muscle. That's muscle.
That's the muscle booster, which we're about to use. Possibly. I mean, I say we do it just because, now with the booster, we only fail on the nat 1.
Yeah.
That's
Do it?
pretty good to me.
All right.
Too, yeah.
Not nat 1. Not nat 1. All right, we're good. Draw clue 16. Oh, I already have it open. I wish this had sorted. 16. Hmm? Ooh. Bonus story choice. Hang on. There we go. It takes some muscle, but you manage to remove the lid and are surprised to find that not only is there no body, but an opening to a secret passageway offers yet another way out of the mausoleum. Place the new story choice below at the bottom of story card 5. This option may be considered when you're ready to make your story choice. Or take the secret passageway.
Secret passage sounds kind of cool.
Secret passage. Yes? 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 Excellent.
Yeah.
What was it, 24?
Sorry, guys. I'm kind of falling asleepish.
It's alright, Rat Boy and I can keep going if you need to dip. So, story card 24. You travel through the tunnel for what feels like forever. The light disappears and the tunnel eventually ends. You feel frightened and trapped. You want to run back and try the other routes out of the mausoleum. Before you go, you feel around in the dark. There's nothing in front of you or to your sides, but you discover a mossy hatch in the tunnel's ceiling. You turn the handle, and the hatch opens into a grassy patch at the entrance to a hedge maze. Go to story card 12. No option in this one. Oh, story card 12.
Yeah, go directly to story card 12. Do not collect $200.
That's right. Oh. Thank you. Okay. The hedge maze is massive. Its thick hedge walls are twice as tall as you, but don't seem stable enough to climb. So you'll have to solve this labyrinth the old-fashioned way, with fire! That is the old-fashioned way!
Kill it with fire.
I'm sorry, but your puzzle was too easy. You set it on fire, you little prick. Yeah.
You take a deep breath to steady your nerves and head through the maze. Realizing you don't have a source of fire, you take a deep breath to steady your nerves and head through the maze's entrance. Continue down back. If you go left, draw clue 9. If you go right, draw clue 1. Does it matter?
You're right. I don't know.
Odds are left, evens are right. Odds are left.
Left.
Draw clue 9. Search. You turn and follow a path deeper into the maze. You feel like you're going in the right direction. What was clue? Okay.
So what happened?
You feel like you're going in the right direction. To go left, draw clue 11. To go right, draw clue 12. Left
Keep
again?
going left?
Yeah, alright. 11.
That's always been my solution for puzzles. Give it a little left.
You keep going and going. It seems like you've just walked in a circle. Raise the danger meter by 2 and draw clue 12. That was a mistake.
Yes, it was.
You feel like you might be getting close to the end of the maze. To go left, draw clue 13. To go right, draw clue 14. What the fuck?
Keep going left?
Left it is. Finally, you see it. The end of the maze. Go to story card 18.
Like I said, left is always right.
No, it's not. Obviously not.
Made it out, didn't we? Well, made it to the center.
You finally come to the end of the hedge maze. It exits towards a pool house. A short stone pedestal stands in front of you with a metal lockbox on top. Perhaps someone wants to reward you for navigating that accursed maze.
Can't hear you anymore.
What?
I couldn't hear you anymore.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Okay. Helps if I'm hitting the right button. Perhaps someone wants to reward you for navigating that accursed maze, though the whole thing does seem suspicious. Looking towards the pool house, you see its door barely hanging from its hinges. There's also a gate that leads, you assume, directly to the pool. Free action! To see if the lockbox is open, draw clue 3. Might as well.
I
mean-
what's open?
The lockbox.
Oh.
I mean, Indiana Jones much?
Just a little.
Let's poke it. I'm gonna poke it with a stick.
Make sure it's a long stick.
We have one. It says large wooden dowel.
Look at dowel. It's not a stick.
It's close enough. That one's discarded. Not only is the lockbox open, but inside you find a key to a truck. Your psychic senses tell you this is an important item. Keep this item. Move forward 2 spaces on the psychic scale. Finish story card 18. Excellent. And we are level.
You're now level 2.
Do 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 do.
We are all just a little bit nuts.
If you explore the pool house, go to story card 11. If you walk through the gate to check out the pool, go to story card 23.
I'm gonna go to the gate, maybe?
The what?
The gate?
The gate. Okay, sure. Story card 23.
Do you want to go to the gate?
Yeah, sure, why not? It's obvious that nobody has cleaned the pool in ages. The water is a murky green, and the surface is littered with leaves and branches. Ripples pulse outward from the center of the pool. There's a T-Rex nearby. Out of nowhere, you hear a commotion. You look around and wonder if it's coming from inside the pool house nearby. Then you see a movement on top of the gazebo in the distance. Someone or something is engaged in a struggle up there. Maybe they need your help. Then again, if you offer assistance, you might end up needing help yourself. No, we already looked at that one. Okay, I say we do this just to lower the danger meter.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it say?
Oh, optional challenge, investigate the ripples in the pool. If you win, you lower the danger meter by 2 and draw a clue. If you lose, you raise the danger meter by 2 and you may try again.
Oh. We have to do one or the other?
It's an optional challenge to investigate the ripples. I say we do it because we need to lower the danger meter.
That is true, we do. We're
So,
at 4 now.
Yes.
We are at 4.
yeah. So, with this, we pass on a 2 or higher.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and roll?
Alright.
Don't get in that one.
No ones, no ones, no ones. I got a 4.
Hooray. Just so you know, I'm more than happy to cheat to explore more of the story. So, lowering that by 2. And draw
Man,
clue
we've
8.
We've not even made it in the house yet.
Technically, we did. We were at the
We made it to
door.
We made it to the front door, but we didn't go in.
Okay. You walk down the steps into the water and see what's making the waves. A strange, whirring metal sphere, slightly bigger than a softball. You impulsively grab it. The sphere vibrates in your hands. There are 2 buttons on it. You press one. Nothing happens. You press the other button. The sphere continues to vibrate. Instinctively, you press both buttons at the same time. The sphere stops moving and begins to glow. Okay, is it a dildo or a grenade? Draw clue 21.
I think it's more like a bomb.
I mean, talk about risk play, dildo or bomb.
Either way, I'm going to use it.
Either way, it'll get you off.
Yeah.
Whirring metal sphere. Your psychic senses tell you this is an important item. Keep this item. Move forward 3 spaces on the psychic scale. Finish story card 23.
We're almost already level 3.
Okay, this is story card 23. Yeah, that's it. If you go to the pool house,
What's up?
go to story card 11. If you go straight to the action at the gazebo, go to story card 19. But we've already done the gazebo. So let's go to the pool house. Sound good?
Yeah.
Cool. I knew you'd see my way if I just didn't wait for you and then went ahead and did it. Story card 11. You can tell that the pool house was once quite luxurious. It contains half a dozen private rooms with showers, as well as an ornate mahogany bar in the common area. It must have been fun to hang out in this place in its glory days. Those thoughts fade as the sounds of a disturbance erupt from the top of a gazebo in the distance. Now you can hear a lone violin playing a soothing melody. If you investigate the if you investigate the gazebo, go to story card 9. If you follow the sound of the violin, go to story card 17. Again, we've already done the gazebo, so let's go to 17.
Yep.
You move further and further toward the hypnotic sound of the distant violin, which is oddly calming and uplifting, even as the winds increase around you. You notice there's a driveway up in the distance, but before you get there, you arrive at a horse stable with an open gate. Inside, sitting on a stool, is the source of the violin music, a chimpanzee playing its heart out, a soulful expression on its face. The chimp is fully committed to the music. You've never heard such an emotional performance. It's beautiful. Chimpanzees are fucking evil.
They are.
If you leave the stable and go to the If you leave the stable and run to the driveway, go to story card 30. If you tiptoe through the gate to experience the full power of the performance, go to story card 24.
No. Let's go to the garage. Up the driveway.
Oh, I want to see what.
I'm
Okay.
guessing you wanted to see what the monkey would do.
Yeah. It's a death.
Yeah, I figured it would be death. It's a fucking monkey playing a violin, drawing you in closer so he can eat your face.
No, the Dobermans eat your face.
Monkeys do too.
Oh, I can just do it from here.
Do what?
Look at the cards.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, story card 30. That is this one, which is the end of the...
Yeah, I can't hear you again.
That's just weird. I mean, I'm seeing that I'm outputting on the microphone. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. But now I can't hear you at all if you're talking. Because I can see your microphone moving, but I can't hear you.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, I have it just on at the moment. Anyway, so let's check out the statuary.
I thought it was what was it?
Yeah, if you leave the stable and run to the driveway, go to story card 30, which is the front door, which is the end of the chapter.
Gotcha.
Do you think there's a lot more for us to find?
You never know.
Yeah. Except for more death.
There's always more death. We could always run into that creature again. it could also wind up leading us back to the cemetery and have us going down a different route. So what do you want to do?
I mean, I'm just. I'm just straight up cheating at this point, seeing what the different clues are.
Okay. That was a ginormous thunder crash that just happened here that rumbled the entire house. The first one today.
Hmm.
Yes, yes, it does. It does that a lot.
Okay, there we go. Here are all the ones from the grounds. Oh yeah, see, there's the map for the hedge maze.
There's a map.
There's a map. It's one of the clues.
Oh. If we found it.
If we found it, but we didn't. Oh, neat. And we found batteries. A battery.
Yeah, a battery. We got a battery, a pocket knife, piece of a satellite
Yeah.
dish.
Oh, yeah, here's what would have happened. If we had messed up the satellite challenge.
Yeah.
Raise the danger meter by 2 and go meet the chimpanzee.
Oh.
Oh, here's that first aid kit. Lower the danger meter by 4.
I mean, it's nice, but
Mm-hmm. Oh. All right. Well, I think why don't we go to chapter 2, but we take a bio break here.